Begin with the biggest sports day of the year, where the Patriots once again found themselves down double digits at the half of the Super Bowl. But this one did not end the way that it ended last year. The Patriots fall to the Eagles. We have a new Super Bowl champion, but that is not to slight Tom Brady's performance or somebody who's 40 years old. That was fairly impressive, and 40 is kind of old, guys. We now welcome in Ralph Vacchiano, Sal Licata, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins. How you guys feeling?
Well, old now, thanks.
Old now. The Eagles have won.
It's really unbelievable when you think about it. Not that they weren't one of the best teams in football for most of the season, but that was with Carson Wentz. The fact that they did this with a backup quarterback and Nick Foles played as well as he did really shocks me. He played well through the entire postseason and played in the Super Bowl, quite frankly, like he was Tom Brady.
I really thought that the defensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles did a great job tonight, and they really got after Tom Brady. And you always expect Tom Brady to make that last play, that last throw right before the end of the game, and the Eagles' defensive line made it for him.
Well, I mean, all they had to do was make one play, right? And Brady was marching up and down the field in that second half, typically bringing the Patriots back, as we've seen time and time again. And then the one play where everybody expected after the Eagles get that touchdown to Ertz, everybody expects Tom Brady to go the length of the field and get a touchdown himself, like he's been doing all these years, but especially in this game in the second half, and knocked out of there, big-time play. So the Eagles' defense, although they allowed Brady to march up and down the field, like we said, makes that big play, and they hold on and win the game and do the impossible. They beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
And that's really the play of the game. We're going to talk a lot, I'm sure, about the fourth down touchdown pass to Nick Foles. But really, if they don't make that, force that fumble at the end of that game, I think we're all pretty comfortable in saying that Tom Brady is going to go down the field with those final 2 minutes and probably score a touchdown, because at that point, the Patriots offense looked pretty unstoppable.
Yeah, that was definitely the game-changing play. But, you know, at what moment did you say, okay, it is safe, the Patriots are not going to win this? Was it not until that fumble?
Yeah, not until that fumble. I mean, at that point, I really thought the Patriots had built up a lot of momentum, and I really do trust Tom Brady in those situations because he's been in them in Super Bowls, AFC Championship games, big games all over his career. We've seen it time and time again. So until he lost that ball, even then I thought he might have enough time to maybe get a little bit closer down the field than he did.
I mean, look, the Patriots are never done until the clock is zero. I still thought maybe there was a chance they get that Hail Mary at the end there. Until it's over, then it's over with them. But I'll tell you when I started to believe that the Eagles really had a chance. You could talk about Doug Peterson being aggressive, going for a two-point conversion where I know people ripped him, but that's the same guy then that goes for it on fourth down with that play passing to Nick Foles. It's the same guy that goes for it fourth down in his own territory on that final drive there where, you know, if you kick it away to the Patriots and you're trusting your defense, you're risking a lot of things right there. So Peterson's aggression, not being scared of Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots like we see so many other teams do. The Atlanta Falcons did it a year ago. I mean, coaches are scared to go against Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. Peterson was not. His team played loose and free. Foles was terrific. Defense comes up with a big play. But I thought Peterson's aggression, to me, showed me that the Eagles were ready to win this Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it's just really simple. You know, every Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, we expect the Patriots to come out here and make no mistakes. You know, they made a mistake at the end of the game, and, you know, Peterson did a great job this year coaching those guys up, losing Wentz, but Foles stepping up, playing like a Pro Bowler like he has before, and they've done a great job this year. Nelson Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey, that whole entire team did a phenomenal job this year to just work and continue to work and not worry about the outside noise, worry about their goal, and they completed that tonight.
Now, as a player, how important is it? You know, you're going to have to put your trust in this new quarterback. Carson Wentz had been leading you, but you know if you're going to be successful, you have to trust Nick Foles. How do you get to that point?
Well, you get to that point by starts and OTAs of seeing that guy work hard, not being the number one guy, but saying, you know, if he went down, I'm ready to go. So you have that belief there or you don't. You know, in this game, you know if that guy's prepared, he's worked hard, and you've seen it. If he hasn't, he hasn't. You know, there's really no afterthoughts about it. They're ready to go, and they believed him. That showed tonight, and that's why they won. That's why they're Super Bowl champs.
I would imagine he had a season a couple of years ago where he had 27 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. I would imagine it's much different than either a rookie coming in or a journeyman coming in. This is a guy who can say, look at this season I had. He was fantastic in that year. That's a resume he can show his teammates and that they've probably seen where they can say, you know, if he gets hot, he really can do this job.
It's rare to see, and you touched on this before, Ralph, when you look back at it now, the Eagles from start to finish were the best team in the NFL all around, all year long. The Patriots struggled at the start. start. They're always there at the end of the year. Maybe at other times you'll look at another team, okay, the Rams are looking pretty good, or maybe the Vikings have the good defense. Consistently, the Eagles were the best team. The problem was when Carson Wentz goes down, everybody says, well, now the backup quarterback comes in. But really, outside of a couple of regular season weeks to finish off the season, the regular season, Nick Foles filled in seamlessly. And when does that happen? Where you lose the starting quarterback, arguably the MVP of the league if he doesn't get hurt, and they fill him in with Nick Foles, and they go on and dominate throughout the playoffs and go win the Super Bowl. So the backup quarterback in this spot was ready to fill in for, what, in my opinion, if he stayed healthy, the league's MVP.
Yeah, and I think people aren't giving, the team of Philadelphia enough credit. You always talk about the quarterback, but the offensive line, the defensive line, the linebackers, the safeties, the running back, the receivers, the coaches, everybody in that room still believe they could win the Super Bowl regardless of Carson Wentz.
Now, it seems like we ask this question after every single game. What is a catch? We still don't know after Corey Clement's catch. Was that the right call?
How was that? Now, look, you're the right guy.
We knew Philadelphia was going to win. We knew Philadelphia was going to win.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That was forget Peterson's aggression.
I think you are a representation of this question,
Austin. Seriously, you're the guy. I mean, people tweet, and I'm following along on Twitter, and everybody's saying, I wonder what Seferian-Jenkins thinks. Well, what did you think? I mean, how do you think that that's a catch after what's happened to you this year?
It's a really hard call to make. I think at the end of the day, those guys are looking wherever they are, whether it be in New York or right there in time at a play. And it's really hard to get those plays right. I mean, there's always going to be people on one side saying, obviously, he caught it, and another side that he didn't. And it's a really hard rule to change. There's really no gray. It's too much gray area to really have a definition of a rule change. But it makes the game exciting. I think everyone gets pretty excited about it.
I mean, exciting is one word for it. I get mad, okay? But hopefully that gray area is solved sometime soon because it needs to be figured out.